1, 0, and liftoff.
Donald Trump declared April 2nd Liberation Day, which is weird because most people liberate themselves from a dictatorship, not celebrated by grilling penguins. And now, a man who once Googled how to fake your own death during a job interview,
April 2nd, folks, a day that will live in confusion. Donald J. Trump, idiot president, current chaos goblin, declaring it Liberation Day. Liberation from what exactly? Facts, sanity, and evidence-based understanding of macroeconomics? Now, I know what you're thinking. Is this a metaphor? No, this is Trump. This is the same guy who once said windmills caused cancer and the Revolutionary War troops took over airports. This is the man who thinks tariffs are magical punishment beams that zap foreign countries without ever affecting Americans. It's like watching a toddler believe he's invisible if he closes his eyes. So here's what happened. Trump announces a sweeping wave of new tariffs, except they're not targeting China or Russia or even Europe. Nope. This time he's posing tariffs on an uninhabited island in the southern hemisphere that is populated exclusively by penguins. Penguins! That's right. In Trump's America, Happy Feet is a foreign threat, and Pingu is getting audited by ICE. And when reporters asked why prices were rising in response to these tariffs, Trump said, yes, and I quote, "Prices aren't going up. That's fake news. We're winning." Winning what? The war against arithmetic? The tariffs are taxes on imports. Businesses pass that tax on to the consumers. You, me, your grandma, the penguins probably. So when you're paying $8 for a stick of butter and $6 for eggs, just remember that's not inflation. It's patriotism. He's either widely uninformed or he's knowingly lying. So which is it? Like I said, yes. Oh, it's time for the rapid fire. Trump imposing tariffs on penguins is the first time a tuxedo has ever lost a trade war. April 2nd is a new Liberation Day. April 1st is just a preview. Trump says prices aren't going up. He just thinks money got taller. He's sanctioning an island with no people. The penguins are now learning Mandarin to dodge tariffs. Liberation Day is when America liberates itself from critical thinking. His next tariff target is clouds because rain is clearly a Chinese sabotage. Trump economics, like playing Jenga during an earthquake. Penguins are now listed as non-cooperative economic actors. The price of fish skyrocketed after Trump called salmon communist sushi. Trump thinks a trade deficit means buying fewer MAGA hats. Inflation, fake news, your wallet is just on a diet. He liberated April 2nd like a toddler liberates your iPad from working. Fox News now blames penguins for fentanyl crisis. Antarctica is applying for a NATO protection from tariffs. Trump's tariff plan is just a dartboard with world maps and blindfolds. April 2nd, the day America was liberated from logic. He wants tariffs on wind because it's moving without a permit. The penguins are retaliating with a krill embargo. Trump called Antarctica a failed socialist ice cube. He swore tariffs would bring back jobs. To where? SeaWorld? Even penguins are like, this guy again? Biden's plan includes green energy. Trump's plan includes freezing fish. Trump once mistook a globe for a snow cone. MAGA now stands for Make Antarctica Guilty Again. Trump says prices aren't up, you're just shopping wrong. Liberation Day sounds like a holiday invented by a drunk traveler. Trump wants to tax the ozone layer next. Trump thinks tariff is short for terrific. And finally, Trump frees April 2nd the same way he freed Puerto Rico, by ignoring it. Now look, Trump doesn't believe in tariffs the way economics understand them. He believes in tariffs the way toddlers believe in monsters under the bed, loudly and irrationally. This is a man whose primary diplomatic tools are threats, lies, and an etch-a-sketch with China bad written in permanent marker. He tells his supporters tariffs are winning, even when American companies are raising prices to cover the cost. He's playing economic chicken, and he's got you strapped to the hood. And now he's targeting penguins? Seriously, this isn't even a metaphor anymore. He literally issued sanctions against shipping routes that cross through protected Antarctic waters because he believes a foreign shipping cartel is undermining America. In reality, those ships are carrying scientific equipment and fish. Trump thinks he's sanctioning hostile governments, but he's basically declaring war on tuna salad. Even major corporations are confused. One logistics firm released a statement that said, "We don't even do business there. There are no markets, just ice and birds." To which Trump replied, "Exactly, then we're taking the ice back." Here's the danger. Trump's economic policies aren't grounded in reality. They're grounded in paranoia, nostalgia, and brute force nationalism. Every economist knows tariffs raise prices. Every historian knows authoritarian leaders invent fake holidays to glorify themselves. And every climate scientist knows that tariffing the penguins doesn't stop inflation. It just makes you look like a Bond villain in dementia. But Trump doesn't care. He's not trying to help the economy. He's trying to create an alternate reality where he's the hero of a war only he sees, where rising prices are fake and Liberation Day is celebrated by punishing your own people economically. This isn't policy. It's performance art, written in a Sharpie and broadcast on True Social at 3 a.m. And now it's time for the final shame. Donald Trump didn't declare Liberation Day. He declared Confusion Day, Delusion Day. He weaponized tariffs like a toddler with a hammer, smashing everything until it looks like winning. He told working Americans prices wouldn't go up while shaking their wallets like vending machines. And then, when asked why he targeted an island with no people, he said, "We don't negotiate with penguins." Mr. Trump, you're not liberating anything. You're taxing the truth. You're freezing out facts, and the only man in history to ever lose a trade war with a glacier. This is not leadership. This is not patriotism. This is one man cosplaying as an emperor while the rest of us pay the price. So congratulations, Mr. Trump. On April 2nd, you didn't liberate America. You liberated nonsense. Final shame delivered. This is Logic Report. I'm Sergio. See you next time, assuming we haven't all been sanctioned by puffins.